All right, Spirit Squad, Spirit players. We're gonna be playing with Spirits in Modern. Sorry, Pioneer. Pioneer. Don't go anywhere. We're not playing Modern today. We're playing Pioneer because I need to prepare for Magic Con Philadelphia happening in February, and I need a deck to play in Pioneer because like the main event is Pioneer. So I gotta be prepared for Pioneer, and I've exhausted all my options with Merfolk. Merfolk don't work, and all my other brews don't work. So it's time to we'll just suck it up and play with the best Spirits deck in the format, and that is Bant Spirits. You get all the power of all the white and blue cards, but you get Collected Company to spew out your Supreme Phantom. You know what? I have to admit, Skyclave Apparition is pretty good interaction. Be able to catch up from behind the game against a lot of different decks. There's a good range of aggro and control and tempo. Eats up the mana dorks. Gotta eat them up, them mana dorks with the Skyclave Apparition, but it deals with anything. Deals with well, basically any creature 4 or less. And I mean, it is interactive. It is interactive. It's not like a brainless aggro deck completely, but it's a little bit more pushed on the aggro side, in my opinion. So we have Mausoleum Wanderer. It's your Curse Catcher in the air. Sack it to counter instants and sorceries. Got your Spectral Sailor. Flash. In the late game, this will draw a lot of cards. It is a threat that a lot of people will try to kill. Selfless Spirit. Sack it. All your creatures get indestructible until end of turn. You got your Lofty Denial, which does a good enough impersonation of Mana Leak if you have a creature in play. Counter target spell unless they pay 1, but if you have a flyer, then they have to pay 4. Flyers, so Skyclave Apparition don't count. Rattle Chains, ETB, spirit you control gets hexproof until end of turn, and you can also cast your spirits as though it had flash. So Skyclave Apparition might be a little clunky on the sidelines, but if you have Rattle Chains in play, flash them all in play. Shacklegeist, actually a pretty garbage card. I played with this in the other variations of Spirits. I haven't played with Bant Spirits. Maybe it's better in Bant Spirits when you can flood the board with like Cocos, but I was not impressed with Shacklegeist. You can tap 2 untapped Spirits to tap target creature. It can only block flyers. Can only block flyers! Oh my. Supreme Phantom, one of our lords. Empyrean Eagle, another lord. Gives all... It is a spirit, but it gives all flyers +1/+1. So ain't gonna pump up our Skyclave Apparition. And then Spell Queller. I think Spell Queller is a little awkward in the metagame right now because the metagame is just unbelievably removal heavy. Like, it's tons of removal based decks. It's got the Rakdos, it's got the Izzet Phoenix, there are burn decks out there. It's so removal heavy. So Spell Queller is not likely to stick around. And then even if I'm up against control, it's awkward. Like, they play, I don't know, a Planeswalker, I Spell Queller it, then they just kill my Spell Queller with a Wrath or something, get their stuff back. So I find Spell Queller is quite awkward, but against the clunkier combo decks, or even the Devotion decks, this would be fine. They play Garn the Great Creator, great. You play your Spell Queller and they can't do anything about it. Then, of course, your Coco will spill the stuff onto the battlefield. I don't know what any of this stuff does. We got a portable hole here. Oh, Rest in Peace is amazing. You need that versus Izzet Phoenix, or you're just dead. Those treasure cruises, you can't let that happen. Deafening Silence, I guess, for the Lotus matchup. I've actually been playing a lot of Pioneer. I've been doing a lot of losing, because I had to learn Pioneer. I had to learn it, people. It doesn't learn itself. That's what I learned about Pioneer. The games are so weird. The decks are all ugly, too. Ugly decks. Dark Lord Ace loves Shacklegeist. Well, maybe you'll prove me wrong. I thought Shacklegeist was going to be amazing, but it just disappointed me in the mono blue version. Man, I had to learn everything the hard way. I had to learn about Greasefang the hard way. I had to learn about, to some degree, Izzet Phoenix the hard way. I had to learn about Shieldred the hard way. Learning Pioneer the hard way. A Nikachu tail. What's missing from Pioneer that makes Merfolk not viable? Sorry, just got here. You know what Pioneer needs? Okay, so first off, I mean, Merfolk maybe has, like, there's some variations of Merfolk that I didn't try. Like, I was playing without Silvergill Adept or Merfolk Branch Walker. Probably those cards are very good. This hand has a bit too much mana for my liking on the draw. So I'm gonna mulligan it. I tell you what, right now, though, Pioneer needs the lands. Like, they just don't have enough lands. I think I'm going to get rid of 1 Rattle Chains so that I can go turn 1 like Mausoleum Wanderer, turn 2 Supreme Phantom, or even Rattle Chains. Maybe turn 2 Rattle Chains is better, and then hopefully on turn 3 I can draw a land and I'll play Spectral Sailor and a Supreme Phantom on the same turn. They need lands. We need Dark Slick Shores. We need better mana bases, that's for sure. And I noticed like all the best decks in Modern are super mana efficient or they're super powerful beyond turn 1. We really need the allied fast lands. That would go a long way. Yeah, look at this. This sucks. This is just a garbage card that's just dealing damage to the people who aren't playing in these colors. This is probably why Izzet Phoenix is doing so well, because they can play with their blue-red fast land and not take 10 to the face. Coco Merfolk with command to give Merfolk counters is really freaking good. You know what I really don't like? I really hate playing 1-drops that just die. I'm very surprised that this deck plays so many 1-drop, like only 7 1-drops. Like Muslim Wander's fine, because if I get stomped, I can sack it in response to stomp, and the stomp gets nothing. But that doesn't happen with Spectral Sailor. And another problem is if you play 1 mana removal for creatures, then there's always going to be a combo deck or control deck that you face where that's completely useless. So it's very hard to balance your cards in this format. Things are clunky. Fatal Push is like 3 mana cards are insane. Because like Fatal Push doesn't even kill them reliably. You gotta sack something. You board out Sailor very often in this deck. It just goes to show. Okay, so this Blooming Mar... What is this? Greasefang? I was about to play the Sailor on turn 1 when I saw the black mana. Satyr Wayfight. It's the Greasefang coming to grease the crap out of me. And I can't interact with it at all because it's a creature. We got a Chariot. Thank God we have a Chariot. In my blue control decks that I was making, it was great. I barely lost to... I wouldn't say barely, but I didn't lose very much to this deck. Well, we can't do anything about a Greasefang anyway, so let's just put a Supreme... I think we just put Supreme Phantom in play. That would maximize damage. This is a blue or something else. Okay, let's not commit to that thing just yet. I gotta tap my lands better. I'm not very good with the lands. Then we'll play 2 things next turn and get that Spectral Sailor in play, along with our Rattle Chains. For Fatal Push, you need some sort of treasure token. Oh yeah, that's how they do it, huh? You greasy SOB. That's a cool picture, though. You greasy. Greasefang. Was this like a commander card that just ended up squeaking into like a barely playable... I don't know about barely playable, but squeaked its way into a competitive format. That's what I want to say. I'm surprised this deck actually has such few graveyard hate, because I think between Izzet Phoenix, Izzet Phoenix, what else? Greasefang. Like, Izzet Phoenix is deadly. That Izzet Phoenix deck is so strong. It's insane. We want to try to get at least 2 white sources to play turn 3 Skyclave for this deck. Alright, so we're going to hold on to this for that possibility. Gonna keep our options open. So fortunately, this isn't the big angel-making idiot. This is a different idiot. It's probably gonna put a lot of power on the battlefield and it's still gonna make my life hell. This is gonna make a bunch of tokens, gonna make a bunch more tokens. We're just gonna make 1 more token. This is not bad. We're not even close to dead. So if we can present close to lethal, maybe that's enough to win the game. It's not that bad, but they can still dump more. They can like play another Satyr. They could play 2 Satyr Wayfinders and find lethal in the graveyard. Eventually on turn 16, when there's enough mana to hardcast Coco, things will be surely shaken. Okay, I'm gonna preserve my life total and put this thing on blue. By the way, I have a rules question. Is there an official front side to these cards? Like, if I have them in my deck, can I have them on one side or the other side, or is there a dominant side that I need to have face up? Because I could see myself constantly forgetting this after a match. Like, or is that symbol at the top here to symbolize, like, this is the one that has to be on top? And then the symbol, the thing on the left here, I can't get to it. Front side is the side with one triangle. And I have to have that. If I get deck check, they're going to disqualify me or something. I've seen it both ways, even at the RC. I'm going to ask a judge. Because that seems so pointless. Like, it doesn't seem like it's very important. But, like, you know, like, maybe some interaction demands, absolutely demands. Okay, we got 2 creatures out. I'm feeling pretty good about this. And all we need is like one more. I mean, we might have lethal by next turn with Coco. We might have lethal with Coco. We just need them not to. That is definitely worth countering. We do got our Mausoleum Wanderer wandering around. So would this be lethal if we get like another Lord? Let's say we get another Lord. This would be 1, 2, not lethal, but like whatever. We should. This gives us another turn anyway. Oh no! Maybe we should just let it resolve. Because they've got lethal basically on the board. That was it. We got baited. I can't block any of this stuff. Yeah. Oh, I screwed up. I had to let it resolve. I didn't think about that. You gotta be careful. You do have to be. It's a very clunky format. It's a very clunky format. Why do you only attack with those 3? Oh, yeah, sure. I feel like I've been given another turn. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's spin the wheel. The wheel that is Collected Company. Wheelin' and dealin'. I don't think it's a big deal with 2 face lands, but things like Turn Timber Symbiosis, Asika, and stuff like here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like there's still like either the tournament official cares or they don't care. So I just want to know at competitive REL, can I just have this on either side and not be a big deal? Generic says, no lie, when I started playing again recently, finding out there are double-sided cards made me die inside a little. They're so annoying to play with in paper because they gotta take it out, gotta flip it around. Looking on the back. Permeating Mass is a cool 1-drop this deck can play. That is true. Yeah, that's Permeating Mass is the green creature that... Why does my opponent have like a stop at our upkeep? You stop at my upkeep. Why do you even need a stop? Shacklegeist! This is like a really good card. Because if they find anything insane, we can just tap it down, right? Can I win next turn if I do that? Let's say I tap down whatever you put in play with Greasefang. Like, it could be anything, really. Shacklegeist, well, now I'm seeing the power of Shacklegeist. It's pretty powerful. I see the power of the Shacklegeist. 6, 8. Okay, well, do you know what? F it. There's also something called the power of Collected Company. Well, that was not what I wanted to see. We did get a Lord. And I guess we could have put a Spell Queller in play just as a big, tough creature. Big, chunky blocker. How much are we dealing here? 4. Maybe I should leave some more blockers, actually. That's a big Spell Queller. This can block a Greasefang. Can even block a Chariot. So I guess I will attack with... How many do I need to attack with? Okay, if I attack for 4, put you to 8. What do I have lethal here? I don't. I only have 9. I needed 2 Lords to win. think I can safely attack with one of these. I don't remember what happens with that angel making idiot thing. They gain 4 life. I do have lethal on the crackback. Alright. Pass. Good luck. Do whatever the hell you need. Rob says, hi all, great to see you play Spirits. That's my tribe. Yeah, a lot of Merfolk players are also Spirits players. Generic is talking to Monster CC. I stopped playing around Urza Saga. LOL, been gone a long time. Witherbloom. Mill 3 cards. Target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Well, that's actually very unfortunate. Got a bunch of garbage in the graveyard, so not good enough. But they get a land, which they can probably use to play like a Satyr Wayfinder or something. Which can then do this all over again. What about that big blue modern? I don't know what you're talking about. What land did they get? Oh, they got one of these. The Pathway. Connive. Alright, so one more. They got one. Or maybe they have it in their hand. It's like draw a card, discard a card, right? Draw a card, then discard a card. They get another Chariot. The Chariot has arrived. But they have to tap the Greasefang for it. I think. Do I have enough block? I think I have enough blockers. Like I can chump block the Chariot if I have to. Oh, they were able to do this. Okay, do I have enough blockers now? I'm allowed to do some chumperoos. They're all in. They're all in. Okay, so what are the attackers? Okay, let's set up the blockers. Let's do some easy block-ins. I'm gonna block here. I'm gonna block something easy down here. I'm gonna block something easy over here. No, actually, no, they're not gonna block something either. We're gonna block that. Actually, can I just take 5? Take 5, right? Take 5. Go to 1. 1 is not 0. They made their land drop for the turn. No free spells in this game. Yeah, we got super lethal. Feels like I didn't even do anything. I just made some attack. I made one very passive attack. Or very safe. I made a safe attack. I need all those blockers. If I attacked with one more creature, I was lost. I was completely lost. Our opponent has a stop at my upkeep for some reason. Oh, my mono blue deck? Oh, my mono blue deck ended up sucking. But the my blue black flash deck did a lot better, but the mana base just isn't there. We have lethal. Once opponent lets us out of our we are trapped. That's the power that they have. They have a power over our upkeep. Come on, opponent. This is like really, it's really bad for the stream. It's bad TV. It's not a stop. It's a please, oh god, stop. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Please. Please accidentally click through your turn. Pioneer players on Magic the Gathering Online play painfully slowly for some reason. Another reason I hate this format. I thought the same thing too! I thought these Pioneer players are so slow. What is wrong with them? And in this case, they're definitely doing like something else. I don't even know what they're doing. I guess they have the stop at our upkeep just so that they can control like how the game is going while they double queue or something. There's no other reason. You have a stop at my upkeep. Okay, I think I have to maybe remove it, opponent. Nothing has reach, right? Nothing has reach around. They're used to not fetching, so they think they have more time. Except they waste more time. Alright, what do we want? Oh ho 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 ho. Rest in peace. That looks good. Deafening Silence. Looks useless, because all they have to do is play Greasefang. Portable Hole. 2 mana or less, also useless. Extraction Specialist. Notice I have to look through every single card. This is the first time I'm playing Bant Spirits. Display card view. Extraction Specialist. Enters the battlefield. Return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Creature can't attack or block for as long as you control Extraction Specialist. Looks good in a grindy matchup, but this ain't it. What the hell is this? Catilda. Flying lifelink pro vampires. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits or enchantments, and has disturb. What is this for? I wouldn't bring this in against anything. You may cast this card from your graveyard, transform, and then as enchant creature, has flying lifelink and pro vampires. Why is this in the sideboard? This looks like garbage. Disdainful Stroke, bricks. Oh wow, we have nothing for this matchup. Basically the rest in peace. Spell Queller looks good on the play, not so good on the draw. Maybe it's still fine. Shacklegeist looks great. Lofty Denial looks fine. Like, honestly, on the draw, it's sort of poop. Skyclave Apparition looks good if it's at instant speed. You know what? I'm going to take this one out. This is a bit too slow. And I just want aggro threats. I think I want aggro threats. Maybe we should keep this just because it's... Like, maybe Selfless Spirit literally does... No, Selfless Spirit doesn't do nothing. We could, like, set up big blockers, and then when they go for an attack, we... No, but don't they make those angels? There's some stupid thing that does something. Catilda is great in grindy matchups. Rakdos. Catilda ain't bad. I think this is garbage. Okay, I don't know what's worse. Selfless Spirit or Sky... Like, Skyclave seems a bit clunky to me. And late. Selfless Spirit is at least an early play. Okay, I'll submit it like this, but the real thing to take out might have been Selfless Spirit. Catilda's great in grindy matchups, yeah, but so is... Well, I don't... Is it? How is it good in grindy matchups? It dies, and then it's just an aura when you play Disturb. Perihelion makes the 2/4/4 angels. Yeah, that, and it gains life, doesn't it? That's the back-breaking creature. This hand is okay, actually. You know what? I actually think this hand is okay. I'll tell you why. Because we got turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, we play Rattle Chains while holding up Lofty Denial. And if we Lofty Denial their Greasefang, that's fine. And then and if they don't play Greasefang, then we play Rattle Chains, and then we just flash and everything else. So actually, this looks like a good hand. Man, I'm glad that I grinded Pioneer for like 4 days straight before the stream, because I would have no idea how to play against this deck. When I first saw Greasefang, I was like, what is going on here? This looks like a huge... I thought it was just a jank pile when I first played against it, and then I found out it's an actual deck. I thought it was just the biggest pile of all time. Oh no, our Empyrean Eagle is not going to get flash speed from our Rattle Chains. Well, how sad. It has the backside aura, which is nice. It's better versus creature matchups. Only bring it in versus Rakdos since pro vampires. I still don't understand. Discard. Target opponent loses 2 life, gain 2 life, mill 3 cards. Wow, that's aggressive. You got a Greasefang, a Tasigur, and a Greasefang. And I think there's a card in the deck that you can play it for 3 mana and return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, that looks like a terrible hit! Oh, your payoff cards are in the graveyard. But I think they have a reanimation card in this deck. It's like 3 mana. I think it's in Orzhov colors too. You see this, opponent? You see this? I'm gonna pay life. That means the danger. It danger, opponent. It danger. That means it danger. The card is called Can't Stay Away. Alright, it's 3 mana. I don't even know all the card names in Modern. Forget Pioneer. I just have a sense of what they do. There's like a Delve card for like blue, 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 and a bunch of X in Is It Phoenix that gives you an extra turn. Something temporal something. Or something temporal, I don't know. You know what I think our opponent's doing? They're making supper while they playing Magic the Gathering Online. Has anyone ever done that? Play Magic the Gathering Online? You gotta multitask, people. That's the key to getting in your reps, getting in your grind in the year 2022, going into 2023. Everyone's working at home. You gotta do several things at once. You do your laundry while you're working. It's huge time saver. Who loves doing their laundry at home while they're working at home? Instead of coming back from work and then all of a sudden you got to do your laundry. What else can you do while you're working at home? You can do your dishes. Wash your dishes at home. I'm watching while working right now. There, look at that, Monster CC doing double duty. What is it called? Temporal trespass. El Grande says, I'm listening to you on the background while taking a test at the same time right now. Oh God. If I flunk, it's on you. All right. Take my energy. Pass your test. 93% of his clock is burned on our upkeep. I know what's going on here. We have a lot of counter spells, fortunately. Everyone is like, come on. I lost 10 viewers, man. Or ma'am. I lost 10 viewers. We went from 190 because, you know, we're basically talking here. Rafine's informant. What are you going to inform me of? All right. Resolves. Gotta play around that lofted denial somehow, right? Oh, ho, ho. The big baddie is out. All right. Rattle chains. And now Skyclave at instant. Wow, this is a buy. How do we even lose with this deck? I don't think we can lose with this deck. This is just insane. Look at all the look at the interaction of the counter mat. They can't beat this. Now it feels like I'm up against like some pony deck. A very chunky, clunky pony deck. Dark Lord A says this is probably your easiest matchup. I agree. The Seeka's Chariot. For hard casting that thing? Is this worth even countering? I guess. I'll take it. No, I'm not blocking. I'm attacking you for more than you're attacking me, though. Collected Company. So again, gotta be patient. We're not tapping anything. We're waiting until end of turn to tap anything. Do I want to set up the Lofty Denial with the Skyclave Apparition? Or sorry, Lofty Denial with the Supreme Phantom, because I could counter something, and also, like, I should actually try to use this Lofty Denial before it's Lofty gone. Yeah, I have life to pay. Pass. Good old spell quality. Notice our opponent's playing a lot faster. All of a sudden, they have the time. Mono green is the other easy one. That's great. Love the sound of that. Another Chariot. They keep tapping out. The thing is, you know what? This counterspell can hit anything. I think I should actually let this come into play and then we Skyclave Apparition it. Oh no, but it comes into play with tokens. Oh god. Okay, that was a bit of a punt. But I don't think it should be lethal. A lethal punt. This Lofty Denial is getting worse and worse. Every second. Well, hold on. Now that I have the time, I could just play Collected Company. Yeah, what are you gonna do, opponent? I could just kill this thing. Alright. Spin the wheels. This should not backfire. Well, it backfired. That was a bad Coco. We're lucky to have two creatures here. I don't even have a Lord in play. Do I just kill this thing to keep my life total high? This is crew 4. Okay, what do I have? They're at 16. Ah, they're like dead in 2 turns. Who cares? But I would like to draw a land, please. That would be convenient. I did draw a land. So that means I can Skyclave the Asika's Chariot and have up, like, Lofted Denial, I guess, at the same time. I will have a chump blocker on the board just in case everything goes horribly wrong. Horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Well, I had no intention of... Well, you know what? I forgot Asika's Chariot comes into play with 2 green creatures. If I knew that, I would have just Lofty Denialed the damn thing, put Supreme Phantom, and plowed them for a bunch of damage. It's just that my counter spells would have been down. I guess it's not that big of a deal, though. What does this do? Flying First Strike Vigilance. When it attacks, create 2... So it has to attack. I could tap it down. Can I win here, actually? Hold on. Whoa, 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 hold on. Can I just win here? Because I have 2 lords. So this would be 4, 8, 12, 15. Oh, so close yet so far. So close yet so far. What a shame. Oh wells. Just Skyclave in response to them crewing? Oh yeah, that's a great line. That's a really good line, Dark Lord. Love it. The Dark Lord Ace with the tight Pioneer line. There is all sorts of tight lines. You know what? I did a lot of losing in Pioneer, and there is no doubt in my mind that I've been playing like a moron. No doubt in my mind at all. Sure. Inform all you want. The Informant. Yeah, and I won the match. Even playing like a complete idiot. All right, let's go on to round 2. Rattle chains making you play at instant speed is... Oh yeah, it was great. I saw that right at the like at the start of game 2. Great curve. Keep. Really good curve. I don't know if it's going to translate into a great game, but it's got a curve. Got that Mausoleum Wanderer on turn. It's hard. It's not very often you're not going to have a turn 1 play with this deck. Being on the draw is brutal. Well, it is Pioneer. Someone needs to be the Pony Express. Oh, we're up against Humans. The top 4 cards you like. Great. Humans is like the aggro deck. A lot of people say, hey, if you like Merfolk, why don't you play Humans? Because it's more of like an aggro deck than anything else. Okay, so I think Ooh, this is a tough call. If I play Mausoleum Wanderer... It seems like nothing matters. I think I need to stall the game. So I'm going to hope that they don't have Thal's Lieutenant. I'm just going to play Spectral Sailor and block this thing. And if they have Thal's Lieutenant, whatever. I'll play Spectral Sailor and then I'll play Shacklegeist and just slow the game down as much as I can. But playing Mausoleum Wanderer just lets them know exactly what to play around if they need to play around anything. And I'd actually like to ambush. I think I want to ambush. I don't know for sure. But I think I want to ambush. I think ambush benefits us. Less stuff on the board, the better. And then at the right moment, we just swarm them. You'll find play draw is stupidly important in this format. You know what? That's what I heard, but I didn't feel it that much when I was playing my blue flash decks. I actually didn't feel it at all. I just thought what I did on turn 1 sucked. Monster CC, you still do morning deck techs? Haven't seen one for a bit. Nope, no more morning deck techs. All gone. Not a very popular format, unfortunately. It's like a really niche thing. I can tell you in my analytics. The moment we do deck list review, pew! Viewership just crashes. What is this? What flash speed merfolk is there? Do we start with Supreme No, I can go Shacklegeist first, then Supreme Phantom next turn. Unfortunately, I don't have a flash, or do I even go a little bit more cheeky and we hold up the Lofty Denial, but it's a pretty crappy card. It's blue-white Humans. So they're gonna play Reflector Mage, you say? Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. That thing's not bad. I've never played against blue-white Humans. I can imagine what they have, but I've never played against it. So I am assuming they're gonna bounce our crap like crazy. This is blue-white soldier deck? Oh, is it soldiers? I always thought the soldiers had a lot of good soldiers. They had, like, tons of great soldiers. And, like, you know, they can still play Thou's Lieutenant because most soldiers are humans anyway. Reflector Omeja? Or Baron or something? The hell is this? Flying attacks, create a 1/1 colorless artifact creature token, tap 3 untapped soldiers you control, draw. Whoa! And that's a new one. Tap 3 untapped soldiers. All right, well, trading with that thing doesn't seem so great anymore. But if they tap 3 things, they're gonna screw themselves. Oh, we got a Spectral Sailor. Well, all right, well, we're gonna take damage. And I can attack into this thing. Does this fly? No. Does this fly? No. The blue, yeah, the blue one flies. But I can beat the blue one. Just making sure there's no additional blockers. You can tap any 3. Tap 3 soldiers you control, draw a card. You're a soldier. You're a soldier. And you're a soldier. First Blood. This is me going down to 18 don't count. So what do I want to do with the Spectral Sailor? No, I guess we put the Mausoleum Wanderer in play. Another line I didn't think about was like passing, and I could flash in Spectral Sailor. And then Lofty Denial something, and then the following turn I could play Supreme Phantom Spectral Sailor, and I could tap something down. That doesn't seem too bad. Okay, so upkeep, I think we're gonna tap down this thing because it's just the biggest thing anyway. I think we want to do that. I'll put some pressure on them tapping. I don't know. Maybe waiting until end of turn is the best thing to do. I just want to see if I can commit them to something at their upkeep. I still have not enough reps against anything in this format. And you keep them from making another body. Oh, when it attacks, it makes stuff too, right? It attacks, crit a 1/1 soldier artifact creature token. Yeah, that's nasty too. That's insane. That is a great card. It's a 2/3 flyer that draws cards, and this card's nuts. There's a lot of reason to go mono blue. Maybe I should be playing this deck. It flies, it draws cards. What's not to love here? Look how easy it was to assemble 3 creatures. How hard is that? Didn't Merfolk have the same thing with Kumena? But it was a 2/4 on the ground. Another one of these stupid dumbasses. Yeah, okay. Okay there, buddy. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna attack with everything? I'm in a position where, like, I could go aggro. I could also, like, but I never get to use this Lofty Denial. Because I could attack with that. I could either, like, attack with Spectral Sailor, play Spectral Sailor, have two things to, like, tap something down, and then play Lofty Denial. Which is nice. There's nothing wrong with that. That's, like, pretty nice. But then I could go Coco, and then going Cuckoo for Coco is great too. And also I can play, or also if I go the Spectral Sailor line, I could save 2 life because I won't play Coco that turn. Attack for, let's say attack for 5. It would be 6 because the Spectral Sailor, they go to 11, and then next turn I Coco for maybe a huge win, or I just do it right now. Okay. Full send. Full send to the end. Am I looking for a blocker first? Because I could also, I could Coco now, find Skyclave Apparition, hit this guy. So there is no blocker. I don't think I get penalized too bad I don't know. I don't know if I should wait. I don't know the difference, to be honest. Oh, what's with these Cocos? My Cocos suck. Well, okay, they know now to... Well, I don't know what they're going to do now. I'm giving Rattle Chains hexproof. We got a lot of... We're still dealing a lot of damage, and if they want to block this thing, then if they block the Supreme Phantom, they're going to take 7. So we are in a pretty good spot to still kill. Okay, upkeep. Oh, we did have the option to, I guess, tap 2 creatures and tap the blocker down if necessary. So there was even more reason. I'm gonna draw a card again. Yeah, you keep doing that. Actually, I guess there's no point in doing anything at upkeep. I should just wait till their beginning of combat step. Because, like, if I tap 1 down, it doesn't matter. This is a Catilda matchup, by the way. What the hell does that mean? Catilda? It's the same feeling of playing Coco on Merfolk. Yeah, I know. And then finding a Kamena Speaker and a Benthic Biomancer. Don't we have Lords and Skyclave Apparitions and Supreme Phantoms and Brutal Cathar being brutal right now? Okay, what are you going to go for? Come take my Lords or my Shacklegeist? So that was the advantage of playing Lofted Denial, so there is still a way to lose this. So I have to get rid of this thing? I can still attack for a lot. And we're not really in range of dying either still. Does it make a flyer? Just makes a soldier. Okay, that's fine. We're in the air. Okay, that was actually... So now that I know that they've got these Oblivion Ring creatures, that's actually a lot of reason to hold up the Lofted Denial play. So I should have attacked with all 3, let them block if they wanted to block, play the Spectral Sailor, and then I just had to Lofted Denial one of these things, and I Coco the next turn, and they're probably so far behind that even if they play another Brutal Cathar, it's over. Uh-oh, a Ganjo, that's a good card. I think we have one of those in this deck as well. Catilda is one good for grindy matchups. Okay. Our opponent has drawn so many cards. Brutal Cathar is 16 ticks. Oh, that's a good one. Get in your creatures while you can. They must be calculating. Do I attack with anything? They don't have much to attack. I mean, they could get in, I guess, a free 4 damage. They must have Thou's Lieutenant or something. Soldier, how many? Everything's a human. Playing it safe. I don't know if they're playing it safe. I'm waiting for them to pass priority to me. It's just like we said before, these Pioneer players are so slow. This might be our like longest league. So our opponent, like, I should ask them, like, what are you doing? Are you doing anything? Anything at all? It must put a lot of fear into them. They don't want to attack with this, because if I have 1 Lord, they're done, right? This would be like 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that would be 11. It'd be over. Might be their first time with the deck. Maybe. Maybe they're also cooking. Everyone's cooking. Ooh, look at that. Getting in that nice, delicious 2 free damage. Delicious 2 free damage. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What do we have here? So... I think I would just tap 2 things down, attack for 6. put them to 4, and then I can flash in Spell Queller and eat up like 1 creature, and probably that's enough to win the game. Because what's the worst? Okay, what's the worst that could happen? They could. I mean, I do have Lofty. No, I mean, if they play Thousand Lieutenant, I'll counter. Let's say they play a Thousand Lieutenant, it becomes 2, 4. Or maybe I could hold up 1 creature, attack for 4, just so I can tap something down. I gotta tap down a blocker anyway. So 2, 4, 7, 10, 13. Yeah, that's not lethal. So I could attack for 4 and then hold up Spell Queller with another creature, potentially. Pass the turn, tap both flares. I actually don't want to do that. I want to get in some damage while I can. Put him to 6 and then figure it out after that. Oh, look what happened here. They tapped it all. Interesting. But then I have nothing. They play Thousand Lieutenant, Spell Queller. They play another Thousand Lieutenant, Spell, it resolves. 2, I could chump with Spell Queller, that's not a problem. Then that's 2, 4, 7, 10, 13 still. Do they have their own Spell Queller? They could play Thousand Lieutenant and Reflector Mage. That would really suck. I'll just do it this way. I don't know what's right or wrong. Do they have their own Spell Quellers? It's not a soldier, but like, I mean, they can play it. They have so many cards. Passing the turn without spells? Yeah, I wasn't going to pass the turn without spells. I played a spell. Pump up that Mausoleum Wanderer if necessary. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1. F that. Okay, so we will deal with this thing. And then even if they deal with the... Like, if they... Let's say they bounce my Spell Queller now with, say, Reflector Mage, then I can tap down, say, this Striker, and then they should be 1 short. It's close. It's very close. And then if they play another Strike Officer, then I could tap down 1, and I think I can attack with everything, and I still get in. Oh, I'm actually short. I guess I could tap 1 down. Attack with everything. They block. Oh no, I'm actually short if they have another flyer. Because this Mausoleum Wanderer is only a 2/2 right now. Huh. That might be a problem. Yeah, your spell has been quelled. And again, if they have another pump spell, that's fine. I can still tap something down. I mean, I guess I could just sacrifice. Oh, no, the problem is if I sacrifice the Spell Queller. Oh no, is so they probably don't have Reflector Mage because it's not a soldier. It's a wizard. It's a human wizard. So maybe that's not something I should be playing around. What the hell is this card, by the way? It's a lord for a white and 1 generic. It's a 2/2. And also exile it. Exile this thing from the graveyard. Put a counter on each soldier you control. What a load of crap. Okay, we got Brutal Cathar coming in to take our Spell Queller away. But we planned for that. Sort of. Take down them flyers. But maybe we die. I think we need to top deck a Spirit. I think we need to top deck a Spirit to win. Or no, maybe we, no, we don't. We don't need to top deck a Spirit because there's no, I was thinking if they had 2 flying blockers. They don't have 2 flying blockers. This is GG. They only have 1 blocker, and we're pushing through. No, hold on, it's still enough, right? So I only have 5 damage. I still have only 5. I need to top deck a Spirit. Where'd the Merfolk go? Well, we played Merfolk. Horribly. I got spanked with Merfolk. Playing Pioneer now. They can just basically attack with almost everything. Except the strike officer. Yeah, leave the strike officer behind. Okay, we need 1 merfolk. Any merfolk. Sorry, not merfolk. A spirit. 1 spirit. Any spirit will do. Or even a Coco. Coco to find 1 spirit. And... that'll do. Whoa, no! I don't have mana for this guy. Now what do we do? Okay, well, apparently not any spirit is good. Any spirit was bad. Is this game 1? Are we still in game 1? Yeah, this damn Spectral Sailor that chump blocked this recruitment officer. What are my outs now? Nothing? Am I just dead? Because I could draw a card with Spectral Sailor. I don't win. I thought we had it in the bag. Apparently we didn't. I don't know what else I could have done. Except that one turn where I had Lofty Denial up. I could have played Spectral Sailor, Lofty Denial, and then Coco afterwards. Instead of going for the big Coco. There's nothing I can do. I can tap this thing down. Spending 2. Yeah, the mana's. The mana's no good. Can I cycle anything? No? No, I can't do that either. And if I attacked for 6 last turn, I would have lost. So that was the correct play to do again. Unless the correct play was to like just... someone said pass and then tap everything down and then attack. But then they'd be at 10. And if they're at 10, then I would have only 2, 4... I would be very far from... at least I had a chance. Okay, we lose. Very awkward. Very awkward indeed. So what do we want here? Portable Hole looks good. Interaction, love it. Shaper's Sanctuary looks pointless. I don't know what this is in the deck for. This looks so bad. Flying Life Ring... Flying Light... like, against a bunch of removal spells, it's just gonna be a 1/1. This is the first thing I'm cutting. Extraction Specialist looks good versus grindy decks, but looks pointless here. Okay, counterspells. I do not like counterspells in a matchup where we're going to be slinging spells against each other, and even Spell Queller. I'm not thrilled with that. It's all going to be about getting down early and getting dirty. Oh, this is the matchup for this thing? Oh yeah, there's not a lot of removal. Well, not a lot of removal. Apparently they've got that guy that eats up my creatures. So this one, okay. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary at all. Okay, keeping the rest. Keeping as much aggro. Michael Paris says, my favorite comment in Magic 30, we voted with our wallets. Not much choice at $1,000 USD. It has Disturb if it dies. Well, yeah, but what if it gets exiled? Like, it's not going to die from the opponent. It's going to get exiled. It's not going to die in this matchup. At least I don't think it's going to die. I don't know what they have in store for us. I would love to go first. We were on the draw that game. Are you a little buzzard? Okay, I guess we're gonna keep. And we do need to draw a land, though. Yeah, we're gonna keep, and we're gonna keep this on white. So I'm gonna play the... I'm unfortunately gonna shock myself. Not in love with that play in such a matchup, but we do need to keep this white for Catilda and Skyclave Apparition. Actually, it would be really nice to curve into Catilda, and then if they Brutal Cathar, then we just brutally Skyclave them. We just need one more land in the next 2 draw steps. We do get that land. Guess we'll play Otawara. Not commit to anything. Actually, our hand looks really good so far. Wanderer pumps attacks for 3. This Kythian is completely stonewalled by our Supreme Phantom. Unless they play a Lord. If they play a Lord, I will probably block. Oh, you don't want to do anything, do you? You didn't want to do anything. So what, they've got the flash creature, and they're going to turn this into Gideon? Oh, you're going to sack all your okay, hold on. What happens if it turns into Gideon? Because I can Skyclave this thing right now. At end of combat, if this and 2 other creatures attacked... But I can block it with this thing. It's a 3/3. I think I can block it. Become up to 1 target creature an opponent controls attacks Gideon. Well, that's not a problem. Until your next turn, target creature gains indestructible. Untap that creature. They have no flyers. If this becomes a planeswalker, it's not a problem. You have a counterspell? Protect the negotiators. The spell was kicked. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each creature you control. Well, I'll be damned. That card's terrible. Why would you bring in counter spells for this? I don't know. Maybe they don't have enough stuff to take out. Counter spells are not a winning line in general. Why is it 3/3? Toughness are each equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. Is this an enchantment? Okay, I don't understand why this isn't a 2/2. Is this an enchantment? Oh, what? The backside is an enchantment, but not the front side. Oh, it's pumped up by this. Oh, I'm so stupid. Thank you, Dark Lord Ace. You're saving my stream. Hey, Stoffer Bo. Just got here. How did Merfolk do? Really bad, actually. It was awful. It was an abomination. And maybe won't even see the light of day. You know, these days, as a big YouTuber, I have the option not to post my losses. Brutal Cathar. As expected. I have been expecting you, Brutal Cathar. I knew you were coming. I talked about that by turn 2. We saw that coming. And here comes the Skyclave Apparition. I have a better Brutal Cathar. Yoink! Play the Supreme Phantom. We're still a green short from Collected Company. But whatever, we have stuff to do. Excited to see Spirits get some love. I play Blue-White Spirits in Commander. It's a very playable deck in Pioneer. It looks like Bant is just the real deal. It's like a really competitive deck. I will say Skyclave is a house. This is a great card. Although in this matchup, it's going to be sort of stuck on the ground. Just playing some sort of protect the board sort of duty. Protect from the evil stuff. What are they? What's going on here? Nothing. More flash speed nonsense. Well, not gonna attack with the Skyclave. That seems suicide. But I will attack in the air with all this other stuff. And I'll probably hold up Rattle Chains just in case they play another Brutal Cathar or something like that. How's the deck working out so far? It's working great. Look at that big life swing. Boom! Alright, I've been convinced that this thing should stay on the deck. I'm like, what matchup is this for? And everyone's like, this matchup. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Okay. So what you're telling me is Kithian is going to become a thing. Ooh, I might have to... Oh no, but like if Gideon targets my Skyclave to attack... Up to 1 target creature an opponent controls attacks Gideon, and I can flash in Rattle Chains and ignore it. If that's the case. The stupid officer! Boo earns. Yeah, that Skyclave is one of my favorite cards of that era. We might get ground down into dust. I mean, maybe I have to start attacking with Skyclave just to exchange with some other cards. Especially the Sky Strike Officer. Well, I'd like to hold up Rattle Chains, but I think I have to play it just for the pressure. Attacks for 3, so I can attack into the stupid Officer. But I really wanted to hold on to this card. Also, I can attack with Skyclave Apparition on the ground. So they could try to exchange almost everything. Come on, green source. That isn't Botanical Sanctum, so it's like only 6 cards. That's a great card here. So I could pretty freely attack with everything. Because they don't get the Cathar back. They just get a random 3/3 illusion dummy. And if they want to block this, then they would have to trade with everything down here. Naruto, why don't you play Magic Arena anyway? Because I hate Standard, and none of the other formats are like paper playable. Okay, I guess we're just gonna attack with everything, including Skyclave. I mean, I don't have to attack with Skyclave. I guess it could sit pretty. What if it trades with 3 tokens? So they play another Raise the Alarm. 3 tokens exchange. Or actually, I could counter the Raise the Alarm. I don't know if I want to counter the Raise the Alarm. Maybe I'll just let Raise the Alarm happen. Who cares? Okay, take a big pile of damage. Totally fine with this. Yeah, I'm prepping for Magic 30. Because that's going to be the main event. So basically, until Philadelphia, you'll see me play Pioneer. But I will break your heart. I'm very unlikely to keep playing this format after that event. Like, Pioneer's okay, but it feels too close to Standard for my taste. That's all. It's just too close to Standard for my taste. Like, the format's okay. It's not bad. I just wish it was, I don't know how to put it. It just feels too, like the mana feels clunky, the removal's clunky, everything's a clunker. It's just and you know what? Modern was less clunky than this. Hopefully this is not devastating. I could play 2 Brutal Cathars here. Are you gonna counter this? I'm gonna counter my Spell Queller. Oh no. There is Clunk next to fire cards, yeah. Protect the Negotiators. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each creature you control. They have too many creatures. Pay 3? Nope. I will not pay 3. Alright, what do you want? This thing? Fortunately, we have a lot of life. What the hell happened here? Oh, it's night! Oh, you screwed yourself! Haha, that what a hilarious, and I would never catch that in paper. I would never catch that in paper. So what, hold on, just if a player casts at least 2 spells during their own turn, it becomes day and night next turn. So hold on. No. How did that work? What happened? Was it because I passed the turn and it was night? How did that happen? I don't get it. If it becomes day or night and if a day-bound permanent enters the battle, when did a day-bound permanent enter the battlefield earlier? It like never happened. If they cast 2 spells, it becomes day. Day-night is a dreadful mechanic. Yeah, you have to cast 2 spells for it to become day, but you have to cast nothing for it to become night. But when did the game check if it was day or night is what I'm asking. Oh, it happened back then. Wow, what a terrible mechanic. So way back yonder, when I hit the first Brutal Cathar, you have to memorize if it's day or night for the rest of the game. That's stupid. Unbelievable. Okay, do we want to change anything? No. Apparently they're bringing in counter. If they bring in counter spells, we could bring in maybe Deafening Silence? No. That is just stupid. It's just beyond dumb. Also, they missed day would have come on your upkeep because they cast 2 spells. Oh yeah. That's hilarious. Brutal Cathar came in play as a 4/4 nothing. Oh my god. We're an hour into the stream and we're not even done the second round. Do we have blue mana here? We do have blue mana. Keep, I guess? This is the type of hand that gets steamrolled, for sure. There's Kithian. There's Shacklegeist. That helps a lot, but it's definitely a risk. It's an awkward hand. I mean, it has big comeback potential. It has big comeback potential. Okay, we don't have to deal with. Oh, this is a great start from them. Turn 1 play into my turn 1 nothing, and they have got a Lord to back it up. So they're gonna have a Gideon by next turn, probably. I mean, I could block it, I guess. So we need the blue. But what do I want to do? I could try Selfless Spirit, try to block. Attempt to block. Do my best impersonation of a block. Sure, why not? Okay, how does this work? Does it indestructible if it's attacking with a bunch of stuff? No, you have to pay for the indestructible. The end of combat, so you have to survive till end of combat. Will you go through your next Magic 30 with a video like your previous? What do you mean? Will you go through? Oh yeah, I mean if I win, if I scrub out horribly, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it. Yeah, so what players do is to have the day-night token and keep tracking of it. The worst part is both players get a warning if flipping it is missed for failure to maintain. Oh god. I think there was an awkward old flip mechanic and an old Innistrad. Well, it was easier because it only applied if the creature was in play. It wasn't permanent. It wasn't a mechanic you had to permanently keep track of. I like day and night in Commander. Gives you something to pay attention to when it's not your turn. Ah, you're a simple person. Just looking for something to do. My favorite missed trigger warning was when I missed my Chandra emblem triggers at upkeep that my opponent gave me. Oh wow. Like the old ones were really easy to deal with because you just see the creature in play. You see the relevance. Okay, opponent, if you don't do anything, I'm gonna play the Shacklegeist and you ain't gonna, nothing gonna happen. Maybe they're in a mood to start using counter spells, which in that case we can start running Spell Queller. Somewhere inside, I wish my opponent would, there was a chance that we could clock our opponent. Yeah, we're playing pretty slowly, too, because we are in a, I mean, these games are complicated. They gotta think, well, what could we have in our hand? Well, what could we, they could have, who knows what's gonna happen? This is a complicated match. They might be thinking they need to, they want to tap out, but then they don't want us to Skyclave Apparition this thing, because if that happens, then they're gonna, like, count, it, like, makes their whole board really super weak. Would Cavern of Souls be good for Pioneer? I don't know if it's necessary. Counterspells are terrible. Counterspells are just unplayable garbage in Pioneer. It's, like, counterspells are already, like, pretty dead. They're very, very, very bad cards. So I don't even think it's even necessary. Like, you don't need it. The worst thing that you're afraid of is that the blue-eye control deck will absorb your card. But outside of that, there's not a lot of... I mean, there's the crappy one, counterspells that force spike you, but that's about it. That stupid officer. Officer reporting for duty! Oh, that's a 3-4. What took so long to play this card? It's a fucking bomb. I regret my choice. I wish I played this Shacklegeist, because I do have a replacement Shacklegeist, and I do have the option to flash in creatures in the future and start tapping things down. Oh, there's plenty of counterspells, but they're all useless or situational or awkward. They're all really bad. My favorite counterspell is the land that's a counterspell. That's decent, because you can play a turn 1 as your land drop, or use it to force spike something, and it's really hard to play around. You're not even playing around Essence Scatter. That's a trash card too. You're playing around Planeswalkers mostly. You're playing around Planeswalkers, Shark Typhoon. You're playing around Portable Hole. You're playing around, like, you're still playing around Supreme Verdict. So, you're just not really playing around counter spells. They're all just garbage. Oh, it's my turn. What happened? I didn't even notice what I didn't even know what happened here. Okay, so it's my turn, and it appears that I'm going through my attack, clicking through my attack step. Okay, hold on. I didn't even notice that they passed the turn. Okay, we did draw a bomb. We drew a freaking bomb here with Skyclave Apparition. What an insane play. What an insane card to draw. But if they have Brutal Cathar, that's gonna suck. Because Brutal Cathar sucks. Okay, we're definitely gonna play this on the white side. I think. It's a bit awkward. Do I even want to play? I think I want to play. I think I need to deal with this thing, because it's just going to draw cards, and they're going to get to the late game before we do. Like, they're in a better position to late game us out. And I still want Selfless Spirit on blocking duty for Kythian. And if we draw one more card, we'll be in a really good spot. This thing was good for card draw, card advantage, everything. This card's insane. The Sky Strike Officer, striking us down. I don't know what I'm hoping for. I have no idea what I'm hoping for from our opponent. They've got, like, so many cards in hand. We got so many cards in hand. We need one more land, get this Collected Company online, and I will just main phase the crap out of it. Another Lord. So do we double block the Kythian? This is 11 damage. That is not nothing. I could also... Our blocks are not good. That's a great draw. Take 11, go to nothing. Then I have to deal with the Gideon afterwards. I have no good blocks here, except a double block Gideon, and they'll still have like so much stuff on the board. What does Gideon do? Plus is 1. Funny thing is, this Kythian will be dealt with because it's going to turn into a Gideon. So if I like double block this thing, it dies. This turns into Gideon. They get a 3/3, so they've got a 3/3 illusion that doesn't get pumped up by this guy, and they still have to tap Mutavault, and then Gideon has nothing in play to target. And then the following turn, maybe I start playing some Shacklegeists. And the funny thing with Shacklegeist is I can just tap down the creature that they want me to attack with. Or I could double block these two, take 4, go to 13, sack Selfless Spirit to save the Skyclave, and then hope I draw something useful next turn. It's a bad situation no matter what. It's a bad situation. It was a very easy turn for our opponent. Take 8, you get Gideon. I hate all our options. But if they want to keep attacking with Mutavault, they have to keep activating it. Play the clock? Nah, they've way too much time. When they're under 2 minutes, you have some chance of winning on time. Some chance. But like at 4 minutes, it might as well be an eternity. Okay, so a good chunk of their board is dismantled. Don't you think Pioneer humans feel closer to modern merfolk than Pioneer spirits? A lot of humans in Pioneer. Oh, you mean white? No, I think it's more of an aggro deck. I think it feels more like an aggro deck. Becomes a 4. Oh, I forgot that I have no way of beating this Gideon. I guess the Shackle guys still help. I have an Empyrean Eagle. I need to keep one more creature to keep the Gideon under control. Well, we dead. Is it Merfolk an aggro deck? Nope! Not even close. Never has been. If you treat it like an aggro deck, it will be a very, very useless deck. It will just fold to anything. It's a really slow, clunky, useless deck. Yeah, Clunk City. Oh, you been talking about my hand? Yeah, this is pretty Clunk City as it is. Okay, Gideon becomes a creature. I guess they have a counterspell here. What was this? 5, 8, 12? Oh, I was dead anyway. Okay, whatever. I was in a bad spot. I don't know what could get us back, but we didn't even draw a land, so it doesn't look like we had a really good shot. Alright, move on to round 3. Merfolk is more... I would consider Merfolk more as a mid-range deck. Some people can also look at it like Tempo, but I look at it as more of a mid-range deck. It's a very slow pace. It's a deck that can go into the long game. It's not trying to win immediately. Because if you try to do that, you have not enough... you don't have enough power. You don't have enough resilience. You have nothing. You actually need to... If you want to utilize your counter spells, you actually have to coordinate a little bit of patience between what you put into play and when you're trying to answer your opponent's threats. If you're trying to be aggro, then you're completely ignoring what your opponent is doing. I would like to go first. And we have a fan of the channel. Never played against Sky Spider in a league before. Hand is great. I think it's pretty good. Probably no. I'm going to start off with Otawara. Sort of want to save the Otawara, but the only way... I don't want to commit this thing to blue if I need the double white. Well, I actually shouldn't do that at all because I have Skyclave in my hand. I feel I would have Skyclaved the Lord in hindsight, but not sure. Oh, but then we would just get ground out. Like that thing in the air would just kill us. They would just attack, get another token, and then we would just lose on card advantage. We would lose that war. I didn't know that they had another lord. Their hand was quite good. They could play a lord and attack with Mutavault. That game felt like Merfolk from their side. You get the lord, you have your 1-drop, you get your lord, then you get the Mutavault. That last game felt like playing against Merfolk from their side. I couldn't deal with anything. Elvish Mystic. If I have the option, I will eat this up with Skyclave Apparition. So this is what? This is the red-green aggro deck? Oh, that's not good. Play the white source. I guess just play Rattle Chains for max damage. Warning to you, anyone watching later, I'm playing while high on pain meds. Prepare for error. It's all good. Thought Sky Spire would be on soldiers. I thought they liked soldiers. Red-green vehicles is one of this deck's worst matchups. Is this a vehicle deck? Is vehicle so bad? In retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have cast. Maybe I should just attack for 1 and keep up Rattle Chains to keep up all the options. I could have Lofty Denial if they try to play Stomp. I can Rattle Chains and protect. This is like playing a Lord of Atlantis for no reason in Modern. I open up my options by like just hold. Even though I know that I have nothing else to do, my opponent doesn't know that. They can now play with like perfect information. You see? That wouldn't have happened if this Mausoleum Wanderer was still around, or I just passed the turn. It's not like they're gonna do nothing. They'll do something, but not Stomp. Oh, we're flooding out. I guess attempt to siphon the mana? Because I don't want to play against their top end. And also, if they kill the Skyclave Apparition, they don't get a whole lot out of this. Are there any combo decks in Pioneer? Plenty! There's the Lotus Field deck. There's the Greasefang deck. What else is there? I know that, you could call Is It Phoenix a combo deck, almost. What else is a combo deck? Bone Crusher Giant is played. There is a Creativity deck. Spectral Sailor's coming at an awkward time. I guess I'll put the Fear of Death in them by playing this Branch Loft Pathway and, you know, threatening basically, you know, Spell Queller, Collected Company. We could have anything, but in the end, we're going to play a innocent little Spectral Sailor. Also, we can play Spectral Sailor to pump our Wanderer. That works too. Jeskai Ascendancy is there too? Ugh. Ugly. Don't love it. Does not spark joy. Do we have another Bone Crusher Giant? Reckless Stormseeker. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. And it's got Daybound. So what happens at night? At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains Trample and haste until end of turn. Now I feel like holding up the Spectral Sailor just so I can keep it on day. If I draw Coco, like, I don't need to play this. And I can still, like, draw a card. I can't draw a card this turn anyway. I guess we're just going to hold the Spectral Sailor in hand. Ooh, that's a good one. So, we will do that. Prevent day from going to night. attack again. And now maybe we'll make it look... We did say it looked weird. We had 4 mana and did nothing. That looks so bad. We had 4 mana. 4 mana had nothing. Day/night only counts the changes made during the player's turn. Asika's Chariot, F that thing. Day and night only counts the changes made during the play. Is that true? It doesn't count what I do? So it's not, it is not like... if it becomes day or night, track. If it becomes day or night, it doesn't say specifically here. No, it only counts what the active player does? Really? So what I do is meaningless. Okay, it's good to know. In that case, I ended up accidentally buffing this Mausoleum Wanderer by 1 damage. It was completely accidental, though. Okay, I'm getting hit for 7-ish. I guess we're going to take it to the face. Well, hallelujah, that was a good card. Now when to play this? I vote right now. Does anyone vote with me? I vote, we're playing this thing immediately. Okay, hold on, cancel this. How do I do this? Probably we should keep the white up. Just in case I draw something? Yeah. Oh no, I can't draw cards off of Collected Company. I'm just gonna play Collected Company and I get nothing else. Alright, come on, Lord. Can I win with a Lord? I should have probably calculated that first. It's really hard to find Lords with Collected Companies, it seems. Okay, we can get Skyclave Apparition. Okay, these are all gas cards. Skyclave is a gas card. Shacklegeist is a gas card in this situation. Selfless Spirit is also a gas card. I guess we'll Selfless Spirit and Shacklegeist. Or Skyclave. I'm at 7. I don't want to hold up too many cards here. It's a Selfless Spirit. I can sack it to protect my entire board against almost anything. Selfless and maybe Selfless Skyclave. I like the idea of tapping things down though. Do I have enough to win the game though if I do this? I'm definitely gonna get the Selfless Spirit. Shacklegeist is a flyer, so that's gonna be important. Okay, any order for everything else. Okay, this always resolves. It's not a problem. And then I'll attack with a lot of things. Or maybe not so many things. Attack for 5? Tap down 2 things on their turn. Seems fine. Then attack with everything else next turn. Looks like it's lethal by next turn. Okay, play the last card in my hand just in case I don't know actually what I can top deck. Maybe keeping that card in my hand is fine. Oh, I could draw a card next turn and then try to play it. If that's necessary. Selfless, definitely 50-50 on Skyclave versus Geist. I mean, either way, they will deal with the permanents on the battlefield. It's just that if I get Skyclave, if I get Skyclave Apparition, I deal with one permanent, but not the other. And who knows what... I don't even know what I'm up against. They might play like a massive, giant thing. I'm a bobber. Okay, so... let's... well, we're committed now. Okay. We didn't even need to sack the Selfless Spirit. That was good enough. I have no idea what's good in this matchup. Not a clue. Only portable, it only hits 2 or less, and I'm sure that's only going to be good versus Mana Dorks, which might be fine on the draw. That might be okay. I don't know if there's any other 2-mana cards. Because I think on the draw, okay, I'll definitely take out Lofty Denial on the draw. Want cards that help us come back on the draw. I don't know what else I want. Like Shaper Sanctuary might be good. I don't know how much removal is in the deck. It might just be some removal, and the rest is like just big chonkers. What's my favorite flavor of cheese? Just like that regular craft stuff you buy at the store. You get like, you know, you get a bunch of singles, and I like the thin ones. Oh no, do I like the thin ones or do I like the thick ones? I think I like the thin ones, not the thick ones. The thick ones are a bit too big. I like my cheese thin. From the Sideboard guide I stole. You stole it! The Sailors. Oh yeah, the Sailor sucks. I'll take out a Sailor. I'm gonna keep it though, because you still want, like, I would think you want to still do something on the draw to like prepare your Shacklegeist. I totally see it as being a weak link here though. What else do they want? -1 company. That's insane. They want the Kadaltha. The Cadilda Dawnheart Martyr. Why? Don't they have a lot of removal? Was it like a good card to race? I'm gonna take out Spell Queller. I think on the draw, that's card's awful. Well, this hand looks like it sucks. The good thing about Selfless Spirit is I can play it on turn 2 pretty cleanly against Stomp. Looks like we might get our head stomped this time. Ganjo, love it. Loving a Ganjo. Great card. Great card in this deck, too. Cheese thickness tier list stream went not anytime soon. I'm not really a cheese. Not a cheese expert. What do they have available? This seems like a poopy card to me. Is Steel Leaf Champion not a card in this format? At the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+. Oh yeah, we know this one. Well, it does a good chunk of damage, I guess. Oh, but it gains haste. Oh, that is actually pretty awesome. Beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control. So you basically throw this down, and then everything else gets haste for the rest of the game. That's nice. Including itself. Oh, nice, well-timed Mausoleum Wanderer. Very well-timed. Not. So I'm pretty confident I can throw the Selfless Spirit out here, because if it gets stomped, we can just sack it and Stomp goes bye-bye. I think we're in an okay spot. Next turn, we can play Shacklegeist and Mausoleum Wanderer and tap something down. We got the Lovestruck Beast. That's fine. Well, maybe not fine. We're gonna get hoofed for what, 8 damage? But I can feel like maybe, I mean, we're not gonna die next turn. We're just gonna get hit for a lot of damage probably. And then after that, that's when we can get to Coco and then maybe stabilize. This is why I don't like Spell Queller. And I would value the Spectral Sailor more than the Spell Queller here. I think Spectral Sailor is probably cuttable on the play, but I would keep it in on the draw. So what is the most painless way of me going about this? I know, I guess we can freely attack for 2, because we're not going to put any more creatures in play. Because when you're on defense, it's not like, that's where Spell Queller ultimately is garbage. I'm not a huge fan of Spell Queller overall. Like, it's a good card, it has its utility, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not a fan of Spell Queller. I mean, it's sort of a necessity to have it in a deck like this, but I don't praise it as much as other people do. I think again, when you're on defense, you're not in love with it. Like and also like if you have Spell Queller against Burn, I mean it's so easy to lose your creature. Den of the Bugbear. So what do I want to do here? It's an extra creature that they would get. Okay, good question. Where are they gonna put the power? What are you doing with this thing? Oh, that's a good choice. So I could take 8, go to 1. That doesn't feel safe. Or take 7, go to 2. Well, I guess I'd rather there was one less creature on the board. Going to 1. We going to 1. Oh, I had another option. I could have blocked the Den of the Bugbear and blocked Love Struck Beast. And then sacked the Selfless Spirit. Alright. We're gonna see what we're made of here. What do we want? I guess we're gonna attack with nothing? Do we attack with nothing? We could... Oh, this is a good question. Do we attack with nothing or do we attack with everything? Shackle can only block flyers? Good point. This can't block... No, but I also had the... You're right. Forget it. For everything I just said. Can only block flyers. Gotta know that. I gotta play some Pioneer tournaments. Need to play some Paper Pioneer. This is something I need to be in a spot where I know what to do here. I don't know if it's better to wait on Collected Company or attack with something and then figure it out later. You know what? I guess we're going to attack and figure it out. Sorry, we're gonna just pass the turn. Because we could make some relatively good blocks, and I'm gonna keep the Shackle... Or I could attack with Shackle Geist, because I'm gonna get at least 2 creatures off of this. And I'll probably block everything and then sack the Selfless Spirit. Okay, that I can do. We're not blocking flyers with this. We probably have to do a massive block. Is this Knight? Gains... what is it right now? The 3/4? Beginning of your combat, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. Well, that's very awful. But we can tap that down, I guess? Maybe? Or maybe I can't tap that Shackle Geist for that reason. I think playing a Coco deck that with Quellers means preferring using Coco in response to them attempting to resolve something. Well, no, but then the problem with that is like if you cast Coco in response and you get like a Skyclave Apparition, then you screw yourself, right? Create two 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. So now I need 5 blockers, which I don't have, so I need to find a Skyclave. So basically it's Skyclave or bust now. Buff up a token.
I don't understand this format.
And I can't tap anything down, so I think it's best we just let our opponent attack and then we try to find a Skyclave, eat up Lovestruck Beast, and hopefully block everything, sack our Selfless Spirit, and live to see another day. Because I can't tap everything down. I'm at 1 life. I'm not dead. I'm dead if I don't fight Skyclave Apparition. We did find a lifelinker, which is useful. I didn't even think of that line. And the Empyrean Eagle, which will buff up our entire board. What a huge swing this is about to be. 6/6, unbelievable. I did not see this in our futures. This was not on the bingo card. All right, let's start blocking. And we block with confidence. This 4/4 eats up the 3/4. This 2, it's all gone. Stop. They're already dead. Saved by the whatever. This is a 3 power thing. Yeah, we can do it like this. And we're gonna gain how much? 6 life? Sounds good to me. That was way better than Skyclave Apparition. I said this card was trash. This card's great. I'm stupid. Yeah, that was just insane. We have Iganjo here as well, so we can just like freely attack our opponent. We've drawn so many lands and still winning anyway. Attack with, okay, what do I have? 6, 8, 11, 13, 16. If I counted that correctly. I counted that correctly, right? 6, 8, 11, 13, 16, yeah. Probably we can freely attack. We're gonna gain 6 life, go to 10, and I can shoot something with a Ganjo.
Nah, you gave up.
And I won the match. Thanks for the games. Dark Lord called it. I guess that's why the guide says to side in Catilda. Yeah. I slightly disagree with what to side out, though. I would definitely side out Spell Queller. I mean, it's just classic. You want to side out the counters versus the aggro deck on the draw. Like, on the draw, like, these counter spells are used. On the play, they're more playable. Because when you get to your third land, you actually have a... You're not far behind. You're not on defense. Or not as much. This hand sort of sucks. There was a war over the die roll. We both rolled 3s, then we both rolled 4s, and then we're on the draw. Ugh. Can I keep this? I have to... If I draw 2 more cards, I guess it's fine. This is not a great hand, though. Did they forget that they won the die roll? Oh, you're gonna find out soon. Well, their turn 1, they're doing nothing. And they do the main... I mean... I'm not going to suggest how good or bad our opponent is, but this has been usually like a pony sign to be playing the Fabled Passage like this. Alright, we drew another land. That's good. So then that we can go like turn to some, like Rattle Chains into like Shacklegeist. Well, it looks like it's just some sort of mono black deck. Gifted Aetherborn. So we just goldfishing versus this thing. We're drawing well. Very well. I guess pass, play... I don't really want to play Rattle Chains, but I want the ability to play Flash. They don't have... They actually don't have that much removal in this deck. It's like Fatal Push and Thoughtseize, and then that's it. Catilda protection from vampires. But we shouldn't have that many things. Well, maybe we do have a lot of stuff on the board. It's a shade. Throwing shade at us. And then we can hold up Spell Queller or hold up, like, play a creature at flash speed and, like, tap something down. I think that's what we want to do. What do we want to do here? We could do nothing. Or we could play wait for them to play a spell, then I, like, Spell Queller the spell, and then I still tap down their thing. I'm not sure what's the best thing to do, but I don't want to do... Did they miss a land drop? They missed a land drop. That's good news for us. They're choosing to do nothing.
Good.
So I can try to go Shacklegeist, but then they Rattle Chain. They eat up my Rattle Chains, but then that eats up their turn. Maybe I just let them attack. Hell, I could try to block the Misery Shadow, and then if they pump it up for 1, then I can flash in like Selfless Spirit and trade. I don't know, maybe or no. Do I want to do that?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'll just pass. You can do nothing. I'll take 4 damage here. I think that's fine, even though I did nothing. I was threatening to do something. They're gonna pump it up for 1. Okay, it seems like they might have Fatal Push in the hand. Okay, I have to do something now. We cannot waste our turn like that. Or can I pass again? They still are doing nothing. And then on the future turn, I can threaten Supreme Phantom and Spell Queller, because I can still, like, Selfless Spirit at any moment. What a weird game. I don't attack. I'm just gonna take my turn. Another Shacklegeist. What a weird game. I'm still not gonna attack. But I can play two spells a turn here, and they're not in that position. Okay, now I know they can't play a 3-drop this turn. They shouldn't have given me that information. Okay, we'll Shacklegeist down the Gifted Aetherborn, because I don't really like them gaining life. I don't mind if they pump up this Misery Shadow thing. Because it just eats up their turn and they can't play anything else for the turn. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that, but that's what I'm thinking. Hopefully they pump it up all the way. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Oh, they're babying that Fatal Push. They're babying the Fatal Push. Are they going to go for it? They are going to go for it. Well, this is where we're going to save it. Too bad we didn't have Rattle Chains. Okay, now what do we do? If we draw a land, it's golden. If we don't draw a land... they probably don't have any more Fatal Push. I can't help but feel like probably I'm playing this very stupid. Now, I could play Selfless Spirit. Well, if I play Selfless Spirit Supreme Phantom here, they could, if they top deck a land, we'll probably be dead to the stupid, card. Start attacking? I could start attacking. What if they play the Shield Dread? Am I screwed? We'll take 2 damage every single time. But I could really empty my hand. It's hard to play these Spell Quellers, though, because if I play Spell Queller, I'm doing nothing else. So maybe... We know they don't have any extra lands in hand, so let's just empty our hand. And we'll attack for 6. Get our attack going. We can, like, block relatively well. Or, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll just let them attack, do whatever they want. Or maybe I won't. Oh, what am I wasn't supposed to let them attack. I was supposed to tap one down. Particularly like this one. Okay, how much can you attack for? 2, 4... Ugh, that was really stupid. I worked my way up to this position. I guess I now have to sack my Selfless Spirit. Or can I, like, block, force them to pump up at least? Well, if they pump up once, that's a very easy pump. Then I have to sack the Selfless Spirit to protect everything. Oh, they don't have Languish. How much removal do they have? They have, like, I think they just have Fatal Push and, like something else. I have to keep my life total high because they've got this 3-drop that, like, eats up everything on the ground. So not, eats up my graveyard. And I keep losing a life every single time it attacks. It's very annoying. Or I take 4. Made this so complicated for myself for no reason. This may not even be the right thing to block. A little bit silly, but you can come back. Well, I don't know. Depends on what's in their hand. Their hand was clunky for a little while. What is this? It's +1/+1 until end of turn. +1/+1 until end of turn. Oh, so it's just going to eat my Selfless Spirit. Interesting. Okay. Not bad. Ate up their turn. Whoops, I should have sacked this. Well, if I sacked it, they could just respond to anything. So that wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. Land! Land would be amazing here. Yay, I got a land! Do we need more blue sources? We could use some more blue sources. Okay, we'll play another Shacklegeist. I'll attack with the 3-power creatures. And now we're gonna tap this stupid idiot down. What's the point of having Shacklegeist when we're not even tapping things down? Come to Cowtown for the RCQ? Hell's that?
Cowtown.
Oh, oh, Calgary. I heard, yeah, there's some RCQ going on down there. Oh, they could activate Hive of the Eye Tyrant, attack for 5? That could be a problem. But then I could just flash in a Spell Queller, I guess, and attack for a lot. Come on down to Cowtown. No, I'm preparing for Philly. Even in chat, people are like, I've never seen you play Pioneer before. Okay, this gets tapped. Then they'll attack with both of these. It might be worth it just to block this thing. So this is a 3/3. This is a 2/3. Okay, I'm definitely playing this. I can't block this though, right? It has Menace. Yeah. I think I will just... Okay, hold on. What are my options here? 3... They go up to 16, no matter what. This is always like perpetually one extra creature I have to deal with. And I could take at least one more hit from this dumb thing. Alright, 3, 6, 9... 3, 6, 9, 12, something. Whatever, I'm gonna block. Gives me one more turn against basically anything else.
Oy.
I thought I had 6 lands in play. Guess I was wrong. I guess we attack with the Shacklegeists, just in case that's important. Attack for 6, go to 10. Yeah, then we have lethal. So if they go for this Hive of the Eye Tyrant nonsense again. Okay, I think we got it. It was I did this very poorly. This is an absolute butcher job of a game. Is it? Well, no, it's a Philly like Magic Con secret lair exclusive tournament. 2 hours in, we haven't even finished the 3rd match. Pioneer's terrible. I'll admit, I'm a little slow. I haven't worked up the heuristics that I need in this format. Yeah, the Spirit Squad. Where's Rearranged when we need them? Okay, beginning of combat, we'll definitely tap down this Misery Shadow. Play better cards. It's hard to in this format. Everything's... I mean, I will admit this. Phoenix looks like it's broken. Like it's just broken in half. I have no idea what on earth Phoenix loses to. If it has any bad matchup at all. It's playing with like Legacy and Modern Tier 1 cards. And it's playing with banned cards from Modern and Legacy. Like, how do you not play Phoenix? If you're anywhere in that range of player of playing blue-red decks. It looks above and beyond broken. Oh, gonna skip through their turn, do nothing. Do I have lethal here? Oh shit, what is this? Flying and Menace. Each opponent discard when it dies, choose one. Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life.
Oh, you have the answers.
No, I don't. This only hits 4 mana cards. This is a 5 mana card. Put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. You lose 2 life. Flying and Menace. Only when it dies, though. So I think I got this covered, though, because I can tap it down with Shacklegeist. I just need like a random... Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that works too, though, right? Pretty sure that works too. Let's not show him the Empyrean Eagle. The eagle of all eagles. Oops. Go attack for 12 in the air. That was the worst win ever in my life. But we got there. Terrible win. A terrible, terrible win. So you're saying this is good in this matchup too? This looks so bad. Flying lifelink pro vampires. But it is a 3-drop, so it's not easy to kill, to be honest. The removal is really clunky for the clunkier cards. Like, the removal is great for 1-drops and 2-drops, and when it gets to 3-drops, they're like close to invincible.
New mouse too.
Where's Geist of Saint Traft? Not playable. Yeah, new mouse. This mouse is insane. This new Logic mouse. Okay, Thoughtseize matchup. Take out counter spells. Might even take out the Spell Queller on the draw. It's basically a 2-3 clunker. Spectral Sailor, it's fine. Selfless Spirit is fine. Shacklegeist proved to be great. Skyclave Apparition is awkward. Do I care about the graveyard? They had like a bunch of 2-drops. This Portable Hole looks great. Geist of Saint Trap, yeah. This is actually more of a mid-range deck than a removal-heavy deck. I don't know. Post-board, they might have more stuff, but they actually have less removal than you would think. Maybe Shaper Sanctuary is just not even worth it. Okay, we'll bring in this clunker. They have that 5/5 creature. I don't know how to deal with that. I guess this is our best chance. And I don't know. Maybe we'll take out some... We're on the draw. I gotta take out something on the draw. Gotta keep the Lords, I guess. Take out some Spell Quellers, add some, which not Rest in Peace, Portable Holes. I don't know what's the right thing to do. I still have 31 creatures in the deck. Mono Blue Spirits is no joke. No, I played a lot of it. I think it's rubbish. The problem, the metagame is not friendly to it at all. At all. I might be wrong about Spell Queller. I'm thinking like it is a Thoughtseize matchup, but this is still a 2/3 that if I pass the turn, like they are in a really tough bind what to play. And they don't have that much removal. Yeah, take out Spectral Sailor. It's just a low impact card. Bring the Portable Holes for the early game stuff. What about Invocation of Saint Traft? Oh, that's rubbish. You need to talk about Dre about Mono Blue Spirits. You're off on both assessments and the deck design, which I'm sure contributes to the assessment. There's too much removal. Okay, I looked at Dre's assessment and he's like, Okay, it's good against these decks, and it's bad against those other decks. Well, all those other decks are now, like, the dominant players of the metagame. Mono Green Devotion is not the deck to beat right now. I played against that deck, like, twice out of 50 matchups. That is not the deck to beat. Sure, if that's the whole metagame, Mono Blue Spirits is going to be amazing. But except it's... that metagame does not exist whatsoever. It's just, I just think it's poorly positioned. I think that all of its bad matchups, which, I saw his write-up on Mono Blue Spirits. All the bad matchups are really popular right now. Really, really popular. You're gonna kill my Mausoleum Wanderer? Oh, how dare you. You know what's rubbish? Pioneer Slivers. I tried so hard to make it work. Oh, I tried to make Merfolk hard. I tried to make Merfolk work hard too. Ooh, I guess we'll play the Henge Pathway. This is not turning out so bad. And then we'll play a Rattle Chains at end of turn. If we get Rattle Chains in play just to give us flash creatures, I think that will be pretty good. This guy. Is it a vampire? No, it's a human werewolf. Damn it. It's damn night and day crap again. Why is it on my side of the table? Should be on their side of the table. Completely their side. This is their card. Oh, Portable Hole does not hit that. Maybe they sided out their early plays. They don't actually do it. They don't have that many, do they? They have like 8 cards, maybe, that Portable Hole hits. Maybe I shouldn't have sided. Maybe I could side in some, but not 3. Attack for 2. Okay, we are sort of racing. Very poorly. But a race is a race. I'll probably just for mana efficiency's sake, I'll put this in play at end of turn. Flying, lifelink, pro vampires. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. It's not that many. Maybe Pioneer is the time for Biovisionary to shine? Well, very unlikely. Hey, why did this thing flip? It counted me too. It counted me. Like they played, like this came out last turn. So it does count me. In my opinion. It just gets upgraded to a 4/4, right? People said earlier it only counts what the opponent does. It's counting me as well. I assumed that. I only learned from chat today. It's the active player. Oh, you're trying to say it's only the active player. So, okay, I get it. Whoever is the active player. I got it. We got Portable Hole for this, but we also have Spell Queller. I don't want to waste my spell. Hold on, maybe I could just let this happen. Because then I can play this and still hold up Spell Queller. I don't really care about this thing. Hopefully there's no removal for this. I mean, they can't Fatal Push this. It's not Fatal Pushable. Nothing left the battlefield this turn. Should I buy Necron Dynasty Warhammer 40k Commander deck? I have no idea. I don't play, I barely play Commander, and I most certainly don't play Warhammer. Oh no, they had something else. Destroy target creature or planeswalker that's green or white, you gain 1 life. Alright. So it's gonna flip again. It flipped. That's good. We drew a land, which is also good. What are our options? Supreme Phantom and Rattle Chains? Okay, we'll eat up this stupid thing. Shock myself, which is not pleasant. Attack for 2. And then hold up our options. The old werewolf mechanic was both players. Okay, whoever's the active player. Wow, this mechanic is really complicated. I thought I knew what it was, and it turns out I didn't. I gotta learn that in Pioneer. They should just errata it that... why don't they just errata it the old way? It should just work the old way it worked. Now they have two mechanics that are like basically the same thing. And confusing. Ooh, you're gonna up the ante with that, are you? I'm gonna get hit for 6. Oh, but there is a no, there's no creature actually to eat. I shocked myself for nothing. In that case, we're gonna play a Supreme Phantom at end of turn and still hold up the Spell Queller. And depending on what we draw, hopefully a land. That was better than a land. That was better than a land. But now we've got that situation again. Do I wait? Okay, we went through 2 Spell Quellers, so there's less of a chance of hitting a Spell Queller with this Collected Company. Do we attack and wait for them to do? You know what? I think we attack, because if they tap out, it gives us more information. And they just attack him 4/4. We could actually just take the hit and just not care. Everyone hating on day and night. Oh yeah. Stupid mechanic. Grab some Platinum Angels for $2 and Ultra of Dementia for 5. What are you up to? Gash 75 cards. Greetings from Germany. First time they catch you live. Welcome. Isn't it like midnight in Germany right now? On a school night? That moment where you wake up at, you wake up and realize you're late for school. Except that you're 35 years old. But you're a teacher! Okay, I'll take the 4. And then we'll just Coco at end of turn. It'll be a glorious Coco. Rob's like, I'm in Holland as well. Everyone's staying up past their bedtime. Okay, they clearly have some sort of removal or something. They're prepared for the Coco. Deal with my board, if you want to deal with it at all. It's almost 1 o'clock in Denmark. Oh man, this was a stinker. Wow, this is terrible. Well, we do deal with the Graveyard Dummy. That was a bad Coco, though. Not gonna lie. Oh, I have to discard a card targeting this guy, too? I guess we'll discard Rattle Chains? Rob's like, I'm 30 allowed. I'm 38, allowed to do it. Oh, we got this. Oh, here we go. We got Spirit Squad MTG. You weren't here when I was bashing Mono Blue Spirits, though. Everyone's trying to defend I tried Mono Blue Spirits, and you know what? You could say partially. Why did I have to target this thing? I sort of want to keep everything that's in my hand. I guess we'll dump a Rattle Chains. Somebody cast no spells during their turn, so Millstone can go to sleep. So anyway, yeah, I play tested Mono Blue Spirits quite a bit, and you could say, you know, I lost quite a bit from my inexperience of the format. But on the other hand, I think all the matchups I had were terrible. I was just getting crushed by, They hit my Rattle Chains. That is a very bizarre move. I was getting crushed by, like, all the removal heavy decks, but crushed by Phoenix, crushed by the burn decks. God damn it. Goddamn Spell Queller. So now I need 2 blockers for Hive, or I die. I can have that with the... I don't actually want to block with Phantom. Rather attack with the Phantom. Block with Spell Queller and a Mausoleum Wanderer. I think that's safe. Oh, that's fine. Mono Blue is my absolute gem, but I'm not offended if everyone doesn't like it. No, I love the deck. I just thought it was poorly positioned. I love that deck. I thought it was really cool. It plays like Mono Blue, what's it called? It plays like the mono blue standard deck of years past. I like the deck. It is burn spell, protect, burn spell. Okay, well, I'm dead. What are you gonna do? Are they gonna play a card, or are they gonna activate Hive? Having to flip every creature individually was devoid of flavor. Shield Dread, absolutely not. Because technically I should be tapping this one. Tapping my mana optimally is very difficult. The slurping sounds of eating a Shield Dread with Spell Queller. I almost sided this card out. Do we have 10? Well, not if they have Fatal Push. Would they have Fatal Push? Wouldn't they have Fatal Pushed a million years ago? I have Lethal if they have... I think it's pretty safe to attack with everything except 2 creatures. I can attack with everything except like Supreme Phantom, and then almost anything that they play. Go for it. Oh, I can... No, I can't Spell Queller. I don't have Lethal if I go... I only have 9 damage, so if I attack and then play Spell Queller, then they Fatal Push in response. I don't win. I think the absolute safest thing I can do is attack like this, and then if they activate Hive, I can double block, and if they try to Fatal Push, I crack Mausoleum Wanderer. I think this is the absolute safest line. It only plays around like a Fatal Push right here, right now. And then I think no matter what they do, they lose. I don't think they have a... I don't think they have a line. Oh, no, they do have a line. No, they don't have a line, sorry. I was thinking that they have Thoughtseize, but then I, again, counter with the Mausoleum Wanderer. So I counter the Thoughtseize with Mausoleum Wanderer. If they pay for it, they don't have Hive. If they don't pay for it, whatever, then we flash in Spell Queller. We let Thoughtseize resolve? Well, no. Well, that would be a problem, right? So if let's say they Thoughtseize, we let it resolve, then they could play Swamp and activate Hive. Choose an odd or even. I'll counter that. Absolutely not. Never. Oh, they're at 2. Oh yeah, you're right. You're actually right, Spirit Squad. They're at 2. Thoughtseize will kill them. I just let it resolve. True story. Okay, Thoughtseize. Only Fatal Push was what we were playing around. Always Queller. Good game. Opponent says, like, always Queller. Yeah, it is always Queller. Okay, I forgot. Like, I did look at this deck list, and on the face, it looks like a heavy removal-based deck, but it's actually way more mid-range with just a few removal spells, so I think Queller still gets the nod for me. I didn't side out any, right? At first, I was going to side them out, and I'm like, no, we got to keep them in. Anyway, okay, We're 3-1. That's way better than what I usually do. What a great line. I like that. If they Thoughtseize, resolves. 2 hours. 2 hours into this. We still have one more match. Imagine saving your opponent from dying. Hey, it wouldn't be the first. We won the die roll. The hand sort of sucks. We'll keep it. It sucks because we desperately need a 3rd land. We do have a few things to do between Rattlechains and Lofty Denial, but I know, not thrilled. And probably we're going to have to play this Pathway on the white side just because we know we have a double white card in our hand. Well, Elvish Mystic. Is this supposed to be a good matchup, the mono-green matchup? Somebody said it's a good... Oh, no, now we have Collected Company in our hand. Well, we're really far away from getting that, though. Anyway, don't draw that land. We're in a little bit of trouble here. This is the Trophy Leader? How fitting. We're up against the Trophy Leader. Let's bash them in with the Spirits. The Spirit of Spirits. What do you want to do? Provided we draw the land, this matchup is kind of easy. What'd you score? I need... Make my dinner. I'm 3-1. Well, are you losing? I'm 2. Okay. Well, then what? Okay, we're both 3-1. It doesn't sound like they want to play. But I'm not making any deals on stream. If you take 2 chests and 1 ticket, I'll concede for you. No. No. I'm streaming! Don't make deals. I gotta play. I'll give you the chests. They should ask if I'm streaming first. Oh, the beckoner. Alright, we can deny all that. We can deny something. They just want to make they want to make dinner. They want to make dinner. They're in a rush. They're trying to make a draw happen here. We're like in the final round. They're trying to make a draw happen. But unfortunately, you know, it's bad for content. What am I supposed to say? Okay, and they're like, okay, well, I guess the match is over. Don't tell them they're streaming. They can look to see your hand. Well, that's okay. At least they want to make dinner, so they have a huge incentive to play fast. Okay, come on, land. We need a land really badly. This is a great situation with 3 lands in play. Yes! Hallelujah! Unless they play a 5-mana spell, then we crushed. Then we're in bad shape. Our spirit squad. Yeah, that's illegal. Where's the illegal sound? 5-mana card. I can't deal with that. So what does it do? There's the battlefield. Reveal the top 5 cards of your hand. Put a land onto the battlefield. When it dies, you may exile it. And it's reach. That's problem. It's 5/6 with reach. But we didn't curve out. It would have been great if we could Spell Queller this thing and then like actually I don't know if I would Spell Queller this. Oops, what am I doing? I accidentally opened another copy of Magic the Gathering by accident. Okay, resolves. Sorry, opponent. I know you're trying to play fast, and I'm playing slow as hell. Okay. Put the E... It's not... Oh, yeah, it is a spirit. Thank God. Okay, we got a beefier board. Land! It has to be a green land, too. Well, that sucks. Okay, pass. Yeah, it danger. It danger big time. What does it do? Also, when it dies, you may exile it. Yeah, those are all evil things. Oh god, this is very big. But it's an X spell. Maybe. Oh, it's that thing. Is this non-lands? Target non-land permanent. Yeah, that's a non-land permanent. Alright, we chump blocking. We're doing what we can out here. Does it have trample? No. No trample. You know what? That's wrong. I probably should have played Skyclave or something. Because I could double spell if I draw land. See? I missed the double spell opportunity. Okay, so we're going to attack for 5. Oh, I screwed that up. I should have played Skyclave, like eat up their Elvish Mystic, and then I could double spell this turn. Some say I could still take that line, and maybe I will. Shacklegeist, tap them? No, I don't. This is a Rattle Chain, it's not a Shacklegeist. I guess our opponent just has nothing else to do. Oh god. Spellqueller not doing good here. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 permanents. And it has flashback. Another one of these things. Pathway keeps biting us in the arse. Nah, that's okay. I was just forced to play this on turn 2. Which is actually interesting. Like a lot of this cannot be considered like a hard green source of mana, because there's gonna be some percentage of the time I have to put this on white for my Skyclave apparition, which never even came into play. Never even happened. Didn't even matter. Okay, what's going on here? Can I take 9? Probably not. Okay, we're gonna eat up this thing. And we're gonna block the Cavalier, I guess. Save ourselves some life. Come on, green source! We got the Shacklegeist, which is weird. I guess attack for nothing. You can't play Pathway in a 3-color deck. We'll tell that to all the tournament winners with this deck. The deck is doing fine. The deck has really good results. Old Girls Troll, sure. Oh god. This deck is just doing its thing. But I can't resign because I got collected companies. And if I get like Shacklegeist and a bunch of lords, then I could just win. My spell queller is so invalidated here. 3rd Cavalier. The pathways are fine. Sometimes your opponent will just see 2 of their Cavaliers super early, and that's what it is. I think our hand was okay. I did misplay, though. I shouldn't have blocked with the Cavalier. I should have played Skyclave and blocked, and then I could have 2 things out, and I could have attacked my opponent for a little bit more. So who knows what could have happened. Tap that thing down. I guess we'll lose the Rattle Chains to a Cavalier. If they want to. They have so much stuff on the board. This is disgusting. So much stuff. The stuff's insane. Do we get the green source in the end? Do we get it in the end? My poor opponent. They just want to eat. I've been in that situation too, but like, why start the match? Okay, I'll scoop now. Can't do anything. Alright, well, how are we going to sideboard? We're on the play. I imagine... I think... I don't know if Portable Hole is good or not, but it's like a way of interact... We're on the play. Seems poor. This seems okay. Actually, it seems really good. Okay, this is a matchup where they're clunky. So we're trying to beat the clunk. I don't think this is good. Portal Hole might be fine. What do I want to get rid of here? Almost nothing. Rattle Chains seems fine. I don't know what to get rid of. Selfless Spirit, maybe? Or maybe just Spectral Sailor. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay, I can hit the enchantments as well. Okay, we'll get rid of all the Spectral Sailors. And I'll dump... I don't know. Having a lot of control elements seem good. Okay, I'm on the play. Maybe... I don't know, Selfless Spirit. Put the troll in the hole in the new Bolt Bird. What? No, I don't put trolls in the hole. Hand seems great. I like it. It's got a good curve. Turn 1, Mausoleum Wanderer. Turn 2, counter whatever they play. Turn 3, Skyclave the Dork. And then turn 4, Collected Company. It's a good curve, although it's not very aggressive. They mulligan to 5. We've won. Then all we have to do is deal with game 3. I think sideboard out Apparition and Queller. No, Queller is definitely one of the... I think Queller is one of the better cards in this matchup. They have a lot of 4-drops. They've got like... I mean, they might side out Karn. So maybe that's why you want to do that. They're gonna... Like, you can hit Kiora. You hit the Planeswalkers. You can hit some of their ramp. You can't hit the top end of their ramp. But if you keep their mana sources low, then you can hit everything else. You can hit a lot. Now, you want Queller. Countering Karn is super huge. Yeah, I think Queller is really, really good. Yeah, we want Portable Hole and Stroke. We don't want Selfless Spirit or Apparition. Well, you don't like Apparition. I mean, I guess it gets roadblocked on the bottom. Well, they just played a lot of fun. Well, we ended up running into like the best of top end of the, we ended up running into the best, their best cards against us. That's all. But that's not to say that Spell Queller is bad. I'll play the Pathway. Guess on white. Just attack for 1. Very innocent 1 damage. And I think I like the idea of hitting this Elvish Mystic when I get my turn back with the Skyclave. I would say this. Okay, on the draw, I'll side out Skyclave. I'll side out Skyclave on the draw. And I'll counter this. And then I will eat up this Elvish Mystic. Okay, that didn't work. Ooh, can I play 2 spells on 1 turn? I cannot. Or what's better here? Let them have Karn and then I Skyclave the Karn afterwards? No, what are they gonna get? They're gonna get like a boat or something, right? So if they play land Karn, I don't even know what they get that I would care. And then I Portable Hold this. And if I have another land, I play Empyrean Eagle and just attack the Karn. Or I could just kill the Karn. No matter what they do. Okay, they got a Kiora, which will... Actually, it won't die. Or not easily. Okay, we got a Pathway, so I can Portable Hole. Hit that thing. Then play the white side of this. Play the Eagle. Attack. Could just ignore them, to be honest. Attack Cure anyway. They don't have anything left. Like, even if they play Karn here, like, what are they gonna do? Ooh, they could play Karn now. What's gonna happen here? 4 mana? But still, I could kill the Karn. Oh, they have Old Growth Troll? And they draw a card. Okay, so more reason to actually kill this thing. Sorry, killed Kiora. Well, this be guaranteed, so I could just Coco. Spell Queller and Rattle Chain's terrible. Really bad cards. I don't know how to put it, but these Cocos are terrible. They're just garbage. Okay, attack them. Whoops, don't attack at all. Attack Kiora. And then we have a Supreme Phantom, I guess, for last turn. Alright, we won. Okay, I could totally see Skyclave on the draw being unplayable. And then we can bring in... Did I take out any of the... Where's... I'll bring back Spectral Sailor. I guess we'll leave 1 Skyclave. I don't really want any of this other stuff. Maybe Selfless Spirit? For the curve? I'll keep 1 Skyclave. Yeah. Okay. Terrible hand. Very bad. Our only pain land in the deck. There it is. They kept 7 cards. We're gonna mulligan. Ugh, that doesn't look like a good hand either. No interaction, nothing. Mulligan again. Good enough. Keep. We're gonna have to throw away the Breeding Pool and probably the Mausoleum Wanderer, because on turn 1 we're probably gonna play Portable Hole, and then turn 2 we play Rattle Chains. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. This could be worse. Okay, this is worse. This is awful. Now I want my Mausoleum Wanderer back. I did not prepare for the turn 1 do nothing. I'm definitely gonna hit this. Oh, look at that top. Well, I screwed that up. I was supposed to play the Hengeway Pathway. Add a white. Yeah, that was nice. A nice save. Nice save. Nice save. Yeah, remember the time I asked for my Wanderer back? The Wanderer came back the very next day. Cure the Behemoth. Okay, so what you're telling me is I can't let anything resolve, basically. This is not a bad spot. We've got, I think I attack them. And then we'll evaluate the situation afterwards. I just hope they don't play a 5-mana spell. That's when we're screwed. It was not a 5-mana spell. What, I didn't add mana? Okay, so Disdainful Stroke, great draw. I can only play one thing, so I might as well... Or do I just pretend that I have something? Ugh, I'm not representing Spell Queller anymore here. I could go after Kiora, though. Whatever, they have a lot of mana. Well, the problem is, like, they could... If one thing resolves, I'm, like, sort of screwed. Yeah, you can have that. That doesn't trigger anything. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, we got this Rattle Chains in play. That's a good sign. My fish fam. That's a good sign. I assume there's no removal in the mono green deck. Okay, so I have 2, 4... I can't kill Kiora. 2, 4, 6. I guess attack. We'll just attack. They obviously don't have anything. We can counter one big relevant permanent. And then if they do nothing, then we can draw a card off of Spectral Sailor. I don't think you can afford to go after Kiora. I agree. Uh-oh, it's not good. Can't counter that. That's a pretty good one. Don't find the Cavalier. Please don't find the Cavalier. Don't find anything. This is fine. We don't care about ground pounders. Not at this point. The Lair of the Hydra. Alright, that could bring a big comeback. Maybe, potentially. You want to lose your Elvish Mystic? Nope.
Want to lose your thumbs?
I'm just going to draw a card. We probably put the fear in them. Lord? Not a Lord, but not bad. Pretty much guarantees like nothing bad is going to happen to us. Even if a Cavalier resolves. Okay, Ottawa is a nice one. Alright, that's it. Well, I think that's basically it. I guess if they play Nykthos, that could have been deadly. Untap target permanent, yes. Sorcery, we're gonna counter this. As far as I'm concerned, it's not uncounterable.
3, 2, 1.
And we won the match. We did it fair and square with the Flyers. And thank you very much to our very hungry opponent who wanted to get that game done very, very quickly.
That was the trophy leader.
The opponent. Apparently, we beat the trophy leader. You know what? Screw all the... Okay, well, that is officially my very first 4-1 with Spirits. Sorry, not with Spirits. My first 4-1 in Pioneer. I've been dumping money into this format, trying to play all my other types of decks, and they all failed for one reason or another. Bant Spirits got all the action. I guess I gotta perfect this deck for Magicon Philly. It's got the aggression, it's got the interaction. You know what I like about this deck? It has the comeback potential between like Skyclave, the Shacklegeist, and the Lords and like Collected Company that you can get off Collected Company. You could go from like pretty far behind or relatively far behind to like completely winning with one Coco. So it's got that, and the card that I bashed the entire league that ended up being like basically the all-star. Whoops, keep pressing Alt. Was this guy, the Catilda. This is basically this single-handedly helped me win my games. If it wasn't for Catilda, I'd be screwed. You can play Remorseful Cleric main board to hate the graveyard. You could do that if you wanted to do that. That is a possibility. So you're definitely gonna see me play a lot more. We're gonna be playing Pioneer on a regular basis. After Magicon Philly, I can't promise anything after that because I actually prefer Modern and Pauper. But I play to win, and I'm gonna be spending a lot of money traveling, so I hope I don't completely scrub out of this event. And by the way, is the format changing at all? Like, are there any more sets coming out between now and February that would shake up the metagame? Or when's the next set coming out?
This guy's using my joke.
Shoutouts to Portable Hole, great card, even if it's if it's named after my ex.
I always said that it was my ex-wife.
Did you hear that this Thursday, Dr. Cox is... Yeah, I heard. They're going to do a PR stream. We'll find out what's going on, and we'll check out the replay. Nope. Okay, so basically, between now... Oh, February 10th is Phyrexian? So will those Phyrexian cards be legal by Magic 30? Because the event is like February 17th. Like, that's not good. Like, they're basically... I hate it when they do that. They're basically throwing out a new form at us. The cards are legal on the 10th. You gotta be kidding me. I have basically I have less than 7 days to play test all the new cards. And all the new breakout stuff.
Yeah.
That is really bad. That is really, really stupid. They will be legal. Well, whatever. At the very least, I will be comfortable with the format by the time the Magic 30 in Philly happens. Great deck. Great deck. I love Mono Blue Spirits, but this is just better positioned versus what's going on in the metagame right now in Pioneer. Just have to do your homework. Your brother can help test it with you. Well, it's not even that. It's like even acquiring the cards. What, I have 7 days to get like these super rare cards, and so does everyone else. Like, where everyone's going to be really stifled on, like, bomb cards you need on short notice. To be fair, there shouldn't be major shakeups to stable decks. This is Pioneer! This format can turn on a dime with a new big powerful format. This ain't Modern. This is basically Standard Plus. Remorseful Cleric instead of Rest in Peace? Oh, wait, no. You need Rest in Peace versus those Phoenix decks. One Remorseful Cleric is not going to wipe the graveyard to prevent them from playing Treasure Cruise in the future. And you never know when to crack the Cleric, which is a problem. You would never know. They like fill up their graveyard to 6, you crack the Cleric, then they refill the graveyard with their Ledger Shredders. It would never work. I don't foresee many new spirits. It's basically Mirrodin. Well, it's not even just this deck. Other decks are going to get new cards. Like, we could get one new sideboard card that is a bomb that I need. What if, for example, there's a new blue-white card that's like 4 mana and like basically negates the purpose of playing with Collected Company? That would suck. On short, like, I'm gonna buy up all these cards a week ahead of time. Actually, I have most of these cards already. I just don't have I don't own Pathways. That's all I don't own, I think. I bought into Bant Spirits before COVID hit, so I have all these cards. I even have Skyclave Apparition. I got Collected Company, Spell Queller, Empyrean Eagle. I have everything. I don't have Lofty Denial, I guess. I don't have Extraction Specialist or this Catilda. Honestly, any card in Bant colors is fair game. Look at Extraction Specialist. Yeah, anything. Anything could happen. It's not even a spirit. When am I supposed to bring this in? Do I bring this in against, is it Phoenix? I don't know. I think some places can ship cards on February 3rd. Okay, oh, when does the pre-release happen? So pre-release is like... Oh, probably pre-release is by the 3rd. We probably have access on Magic the Gathering Online even before that. Because they put cards in the treasure chest, so we'll know we'll know ahead of time. Dark Lord Ace is like, yeah, really hated it for when they made Bro legal for Pioneer. Didn't get enough testing for when Rakdos started playing Misery's Shadow. Literally, Extraction Specialist isn't good versus them anymore. Honestly, any card, yeah. Against Phoenix and Grindy decks. Okay, fair. I mean, like, that's the obvious thing. However, against Phoenix, it feels like they're really aggressive. Like, I could totally see this. They just ignore it.
What the hell is that?
Is Soul Guide Lantern good against Phoenix? I mean, it's something to play against them, but I wouldn't say it's great. I have one Catilda, and she makes such a difference. Yeah, this Catilda is insane. How much does it cost? Is this money in real life? This is the card I said was garbage. It just ended up being insane. So good for turning the tables in any aggro mirror. Basically, yeah, bring this in against Burn. Too bad it doesn't have pro red. I know I'm asking for... Forget pro vampires. I want pro red. Specialist never gets turned on because Extinction Event, Misery Shadow, and Catilda... Kalitas exiling your stuff. It's like $3. Great. I won't invest much money. Anyway, Bant Spirits. I guess I should have not wasted about 350 play points and 10 tickets on bad Pioneer leagues. Shouldn't have done it. Should have just played this thing from the start.
Yeah.
And it's good. Too bad for Spectral Sailor. This card. I guess it's okay. It's like a thing. It turns on. This is a better Shacklegeist deck. The mono blue version, it's really awkward, but this is definitely a better Shacklegeist deck. You can get more stuff and play with this thing. Show me the other lists you've been playing. Oh, you want to see all my failed lists? So this was my evolution of mono blue spirits after I kept losing with the traditional blue spirit deck, but then I still kept losing, so I decided to go mono blue control, which was not bad. Like, I could go 3-2 with this thing. All right, this is good for a 3-2. You got your the only problem with this deck is the 1-drops are garbage and they're really low impact. But everything else was good. Brineborn Cutthroat was good. The Jwari Disruption is awesome. Vidalian Hexcatcher comboing with Trickster, Brineborn Cutthroat, and the Mutavaults were great. The Nimble Obstructionist is really good. It's so good in this format. You can cycle the Shark token, like a Planeswalker activation, Greasefang activation, a turn before they die. There's a lot of There's a lot of triggered abilities. There's that enchantment enters the battlefield, wipes out all the 3-mana or less cards in the control deck. You cycle against that. It hits Portable Hole. What's it called? Leyline Binding. And you draw a card off of it. So you basically counter their spell and you draw a card. Thassa is like meh. Master of Waves is great.
Master of Waves in the Spirit deck.
So anyway, so this deck was like, it was close, but not there. And then that's why I went to Blue-Black Flash, because then I had access to Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, which was great. Thoughtseize is absolutely insane in this deck, because then I know exactly what they have, what to play around, what to do. So good. The problem is the mana base sucks, and if anyone knows how to make a better mana base for me, because I have no idea how to make it, a good Dimir mana base, and I sort of want to keep some Mutavaults to give like life to Vidalian Hexcatcher, and I think Mutavault's the best creature land. I hate all these other ones where I basically have to tap out. I love Mutavault because if I have like 4 or 5 mana, at least I can attack and still play something afterwards. And this Kaito was awesome. It is so good. I'm always attacking with stuff, and so I can draw a card. Then I just basically draw cards off of this thing all the time. Slitherwisp felt win more in this deck. Yeah, Kaito was just absolutely bonkers in this deck. It was really, really strong. Basically, single-handedly destroy any control deck or any deck that went long. Not good versus... I think it was better than Thassa. I'll put it that way. In the end, I think it's better than Thassa. And then I tried... then I tried Urtai Resurrected. I don't know if it's good or not. I went like 0-3 in a league and dropped, but I played really badly and I was getting distracted and I was very angry at all the other leagues I was losing with. So this was worth like I went 2-3 and 3-2 with this, but I think if the mana base was better, it'd be so much stronger. This Underground Sea is just trash. It's just too damaging, and I can't enable Revolt with this. That was my problem. So my problem with this deck, as it stands, is mana base and how to trigger Revolt reliably. I mean, I could Hexcatcher my own Fatal Push if I want to, but that's not really, like, that's That's not a good line, chat. But and Slither Wisp can be exchanged for something, or I don't know, maybe it's fine, but it felt a little too clogged. But like my main problem was just the aggro decks, the spirit decks, the burn decks, the prowess decks, the humans decks. That I need the early game stuff. This is like a really good card, this Crippling Fear. Name Wizard, everything else dies. Pony Fable Passage? Maybe Pony Fable Passage. Maybe, but I don't know how to make the mana base work. I don't know how, because I need enough basics in the deck. What about changing out Fatal Push for a different removal spell? Do you know what? Like I was playing with, where is it? Bloodchief's Thirst. I did play with that card, but the problem is there's a lot of games where you're on the play, you pass the turn, and you want to fatal push their threat at the end of their turn, and then play a 2-drop on your turn. Because if they play like Llanowar Elves, then all of a sudden on your turn too, you got to play Bloodchief's Thirst, and that's just terrible. Like you do what you got to do, but like I'm really clogged on 2-drops, so when I hit my turn 2, I really want to play turn 2. So this deck, we're gonna keep it on the sidelines. It needs some help. It does need some, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I can beat like Mono Green Devotion. I can beat Control. I can beat a lot of mid-range decks with this. I can beat the Rakdos Mono Black. Can't beat aggro for crap. And like like even going like this doesn't help me versus aggro either. I just take more pain, more damage. Is there Watery Grave in this deck? Oh yeah, there's Watery Grave too. So I take too much damage from my lands and stuff. Shark Typhoon on 0 triggers Revolt 2. But my deck's too clunky for Shark Typhoon. I don't get there. I don't get I don't get like 5 lands or whatever very often. What about the Merfolk Memories? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should have counted out Merfolk. There's a Coco Merfolk. Where's my Coco Merfolk? Simic Merfolk. Because I didn't put Silvergill Adept in here, but Silvergill Adept is well positioned. I think Silvergill Adept is very well positioned. Maybe I should play Silvergill Adept instead of Harbinger. Or maybe I should have played I don't know, like the problem is other decks are still racing me very well. Like, and I don't even know if I have that good of a game against Control with this deck. Dark Lord Ace is like, I've tried it, it's not very good. I've tried I didn't try super hard. I tried like this mono blue Control into this blue black flash. I put a lot of time into this and a lot of losing. A lot of losing, people. A lot of losing. It's good for 40%. Okay, anyway, this is a very long video. A lot of people are gonna be like, nah, I'm not watching. This is like 3 hours, I'm not watching this. So that's gonna be the end of the stream. So thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next time when we play with Bant Spirits in Pioneer.